Hi, everybody. I'm Ross Blankenship, founder and CEO of Study Hall, and joining me on stage are Wells and Caitlin from the Study Hall team. I want to ask a quick question of our audience. Close your eyes for just 1 second. Think back to your time in college. Try to imagine just the title of one lecture in college. How about the title of one chapter in a book you read? Now, that might be varying in difficulty, but it's hard, right? Now, try to remember a buddy you met on orientation day, a buddy of yours that you may have met in the library, or somebody that you studied with. It's a little easier, right? Studies show that peers learn 7 times more from each other than they do from any video content, anything hands down from the professors. Yet 99% of all educational technology is built for top down. We're capturing the power of peer-to-peer learning. Study Hall is the smartest platform to connect with your classmates and make your academic life easier. I want to ask a question also. Here we go. Who's ever felt like this guy the night before an exam, looking to find some help? He's studying for his intro to bio final. Problem is, on Facebook, you can't find your classmates. You can't really, and you don't really want to do that through things like Blackboard. It's not as user-friendly. To contrast this guy's experience, how about this guy? Does he look kind of familiar to some of the audience members? Rip Impson is a student at the University of Michigan. He's a class of 2014. He's an English major. He loves bird watching and log rolling too, in case you didn't know. But Rip, for the last several weeks, has been logging to this really badass thing called Study Hall. When Rip logs into his dashboard, which he's going to do right now, he sees some really cool things. One of those things is an algorithm that we've recommended. Although he's not seeing that algorithm, he can see it in his recommended buddies. We've actually built the first algorithm in the world that recommends people with whom you should study. Pretty powerful for the university level. Our smart platform also has all of your courses in one place. So for Rip here, who's also studying for an intro to bio exam, he's going to log into his course page and post a question about mitosis. Pretty complicated, so let's see if we can get some help. So he's going to post his note, and he actually might try to see, he sees his classmates, and actually his professor, Michael Arrington, as well there, did a great job earlier. He sees his professor and all of his classmates in one secure area. Now, he also may be looking for some additional help. Actually, he didn't buy all of his books. So he sees all the recommended books for sale. He can also list his books through Study Hall. And after he decides he gets a little help, finds his books, he's going to jump back into his dashboard and post a question, or post his a cry for help, so to speak, on mitosis. Now, in the main dashboard, again here, he's posting to his general academic community. Because after all, intro to biology, just like computer science or mathematics, is universal. Now, the cool thing is, there's this really, really cute girl named Alexia, who's also studying intro to bio. He went to high school with her. So she actually sees his little note there on mitosis. When she then responds to it, she's going to do something pretty darn cool. She decides to drag and drop her notes into Study Hall. Boom. She then has a great capability here. She can organize it by topic. She can also list it for a course or classmates without sending an email, you having to use Google Docs or anything like that. She can even list it for sale. Now, after she posts this, she's going to jump into a Study Hall session. Now, displaying our Study Hall, Alexi and Rip here, are Rowett, who's in the back, and we're going to cue up the microphones.
Hey, Rip.
Hey.
It's been a while. I saw your post on my activity feed, and I thought I'd help you out. Mitosis is pretty much just a form of cell reproduction.
That's great. Thanks a lot.
No problem. And if you want the rest of my study guide, it's for sale on my marketplace.
I'll definitely check it out.
Great.
So they've studied together, but like she said, check out my marketplace. As you'll see Alexia's profile here. Let's hold it there for 2 seconds. You'll see that she's a student at Stanford University, that she's a class of 2004, which may or may not be true. And she's also got some really specific demographic information. Now, although she's a USC Trojan here, I believe, she also has some cool information. We have our algorithm in play right there. They are buddies. And how we've actually done something pretty cool as well is we've gamified the whole process. So if Rip enjoyed his time studying with Alexia, he can rate Alexia accordingly. Now, just as he mentioned, or she mentioned rather, she's going to go down to her marketplace and purchase the study guide. Boom. Purchase history. He bought it just like that. Now, remember just a moment ago that Rip posted his note in his class page? While he was waiting, he got his responses. Now, the cool thing is, he liked one response in particular. Several of his classmates saw his cry for help and helped him out. This one classmate, Jamie here, who he's going to add as a buddy. So anytime academics that he needs some help in intro to biology, he's going to get help from Jamie. Because Jamie also attends the University of Michigan. Do we have any Wolverines in the audience? Couple? Okay. Now, after this, we're going to jump back to the dashboard. Here's the cool thing. This is mind-boggling. There's nowhere in the world right now where you can simply connect with your classmates. If you go to Facebook right now and type in Bill or somebody from your university, you'll get 100 different Bills. And by the way, Facebook's not really considered terribly academic, right? We built an incredibly easy way to connect with your classmates, find your peers, and study in real time. The cool thing, and we got some great announcements today. We've successfully piloted programs at AU, Georgetown, Cornell University, Harvard, and Yale. But there's more great news. We partnered up with one of the largest national honor societies in the country, who has over 800,000 members at 250 schools at SCS. And the last couple things here is, okay, great, where could we go next? How about edX? How about Khan Academy? How about Coursera? How could we partner with these wonderful online learning institutions? The possibilities are endless.
Gotta wrap it up.
How could we make money? 2 more slides. We built a peer-to-peer marketplace. We can partner with online universities where people go watch videos, but what do you do next?
All right, judges.
Awesome. Just load the TechCrunch slide if you would. Awesome, thank you.
All right.
So did you have people actually using it today?
Yes.
Who started?
Yep, we have. We've actually got a pretty solid saturation rate at AU, Harvard, Georgetown, Cornell, and pretty solid flow there going. And the cool thing is the retention is amazing. The students, this is a real-time learning platform. The students are using this hours on end, which is pretty cool.
So how many students?
We're not releasing that statistics right now. I'll tell you that it's a pretty cool ground marketing campaign for Caitlin, who went to American University, and Wells actually was at Georgetown University.
I love it. I think it's great what you're doing. I can totally see the problem you're trying to solve. It's awesome. I do worry though a little bit that you're really talking about the monetization and how you're monetizing. You kept getting into that, and I think this is one of the businesses where I'd say you really focus on the experience and the core before you start getting into all that study hall, or sorry, that buy this and buy that from other people. But really cool, man. Really
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Means a lot.
I'm gonna pick up right where you left off. So I'd say the same thing. In terms of what I saw in the functionality, I really like it.
Thank you.
The litmus test I'd always hold up to anything that I call a social system, yours is clearly that, is much more important to look at why would everyone participate. I think you get it right, and there's a lot of monetization opportunities. Again, very akin to LinkedIn in the early days, saying, if people are using it and they're professionals in a professional context. And so my question for you is, I saw some of these about study hall and the smartest person in the class helping the less smart person, et cetera. I get why the person who needs help in the class would be in the system. Why would the person who doesn't need help? Right? And so there's a lot of these assumed social dynamics of why would I be doing this and who would be in there. It's what was thrown at LinkedIn in the early days every time, which is if every job seeker's on the site and no one else is, it's not that exciting.
Sure, to answer that, it's a great question. I think it's because of the productivity tools that we built in there. So we've got people working to build, we're building out an API. So building flashcard apps, building having study guides built in. So no, absolutely. In fact, most college students are independent. They're very much like, okay, I've got an exam, I'll study. That's okay because there's also a lot of really smart kids at MIT, Harvard, Yale, Georgetown there, AU, who also like to kind of show off that their skills. And it's one place where they have not necessarily, they've kind of been the nerds in school back in high school. This is a way to kind of get their accolades that is a little different incentive.
Great. I love it. That sounds like the right approach.
Anyone want to get one last question in? Good. We're good. All right. I think that does it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Study hall.
Thank you, guys.